This is Kathy Biehl of Empowermentunlimited.net with Astro-Insight for the week of February 5th, 2018. We're between eclipses, a time that is always challenging, exciting, exhilarating, mind-blowing, and volatile. And the current gauntlet is even more so because this eclipse family includes the planet Uranus, the cosmic awakener, the thrower of lightning bolts, the rebel, the advocate for alternative viewpoints, the bringer of unforeseeable change. Nothing's stable at all when Uranus is at play, and this week he promises to shake up our notions of our values and what we want, what our heart's desires are, our attitudes toward each other, relationships, money. Now, this could come, best case scenario, in the form of opportunities, doorways, lucky breaks, but it could also involve some weird and unexpected shattering. So if you think the political news has been crazy, brace yourself, my friends. It could get even more so right now, particularly because the eclipses of January and February directly hit the moon, which represents the people in the United States chart, as well as a couple of major points in the chart of the current White House occupant. We're in the process of revisiting a lot of things that got kicked up late last summer, and on a collective level, we are revisiting who we are as a people. Do keep the details of your own life high on your list of priorities, no matter how much you may get caught up in the news, or, for some of you, activism, and look at this week as an opportunity to break through into some situations that you haven't quite been able to bring into being and possibly get a whack on the head that causes you to look at things in a much different and actually more beneficial light. Now, while this is going on, we also have growth-oriented influences hitting issues of lies and power games. So how we relate to them, the roles that they play in our lives, all of that is changing, is evolving. We're not buying into some things that we did before, and we are proceeding differently. Now, there is a note of saving grace in the midst of all of the volatility and insanity of this eclipse gauntlet, and that is Venus moving into the sign of Pisces on the 10th. Venus is the goddess of love, beauty, creativity, money, all that we value, everything we hold dear. And when she is in Pisces, she is said to be exalted. Venus in Pisces is the font of tenderness, a wellspring of compassion, artistic inspiration, acknowledging and accepting and living by a sense of connectedness to everything in the world, seeing people in their best possible light. And yes, it's possible to get duped with that kind of approach, but you will notice that all kinds of interactions are going to soften, and people are going to treat each other more kindly, give each other more slack, or maybe simply gravitate toward more loving, kind, let's be honest, escapist situations. It could be that people start celebrating Valentine's early. It could be that cards start circulating like crazy this year more than normal. Whether those possibilities come about, we will spend the weekend gravitating toward what feels good, what makes us feel good, and wanting more, more, more. It's not going to be quiet. This will be a weekend of a lot of communication, a lot of information flying like crazy in your personal life and, of course, collectively. Homing thought of the week. Open me to what is possible. Song of the week, a real oldie. The song is Love by Peter, Paul, and Mary. And the image of the week is also an oldie. You may have to look for it, but I'm betting it's on YouTube somewhere if you weren't alive when this was first shown. It was at the end of a Coca-Cola commercial. You see a few people standing on top of a mountain singing, and the camera moves back and back and back and back, and gradually you see the entire top of the mountain is filled with people singing, "I'd like to teach the world to sing in perfect harmony." You can learn more about all this in my forecast for the month of February, which is already posted at my site, Empowermentunlimited.net, where you can also sign up for my mailing list and get my Jupiter in Scorpio quick reference guide as a thank you and book a session with me. Talk to you next week.